can't see if I'm recording. Welcome back, everybody. Today is the 5th of November. Ugh. That's just horrible to say. I am on my favorite road, and all the leaves have blown away, it looks like, down here. So, yeah, this is how it's going to be until April, maybe. Ugh. The riding season. I don't know. In Ohio, we definitely have a riding season. I can extend that because I am on a Spyder. But still, I mean, today the Spyder's telling me it's 75 degrees. I'm out here in my normal fingerless gloves, t-shirt, jeans, boots, and loving every second of it. But yeah, the riding season's about done. I mean, oof. So sad. And there are just a ton of bikes out today because everybody knows, anytime you have good weather this late in the season, it's like, oh, gotta get the bike out, gotta go. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees today, and I have to do a short ride. I need to, I guess, do a shout out to my brother who flew in from Boise to help move mom across the state so she's closer to me and the wife so we can help take care of her, and he has done so much. And he is with her now while I'm out on a ride. So I was like, I'll be back in 2 hours. And when I get back, I will deal with the TV, the cable, the Alexa. And rearrange the furniture. So that's my job today. So, quick ride in this beautiful weather. Tomorrow, I'm not going to go for a quick ride. It's going to be... I'm going for a ride, and I'm going to take a ride. Because I think it's supposed to be good. I mean, look at that. We got, like, little pieces of blue sky. I don't know what that is. It looks like a dead animal. Hey, look at that. Blue sky. And what sucks about Ohio is, oh my, what did I just get pelted by? In the winter, you'll look out, and it's, like, crystal clear and the sun's out and there's not a cloud in the sky, and you're like, oh, it looks so nice out there, and you step outside and it's 10 degrees and your nose hairs freeze and everything hurts. It's just horrible. So to get a beautiful day like today in November with no rain, it'd be cool if I was behind me so I could watch these leaves swirl around. I need to slow down. I am just coming in way too hot for this Spyder. And one thing where I'm at, this is my favorite road. It's 374. It's kind of like the back way in, and instead of going through the Hocking Hills, you go around the Hocking Hills, so it's less traffic. So I'm going to do my 374 loop. I'll end up on 664 where I will get stuck behind someone doing 20 miles per hour, and then I'm going to head over to Mom's and work. Look at all these leaves. Hard on the brakes, get around this tight turn. And I could go wide open if I was on the black Spyder, but I'm not, so I won't. Oh, I think the last time I rode, I had elbow issues. Ooh, look at all the pine needles. So, squirrel. What a squirrel moment. I was going to tell you about my elbow. Who cares about the elbow? Pine needles, guys. Watch out for pine needles, especially when there's that many of them. And if it's damp out, they are like ice. Because they roll. I mean, that was just an insane amount of pine needles on the ground that this wind's blowing across. That was the brakes. I was hearing a noise. It was just the pads engaging the rotors, probably the little holes making a noise as those pads run across them. I have changed, so you know, I had to put brakes on this fairly early. I'm at 17,000 miles, and I never go with the factory brake pad, and I normally just go with EBCs. So the factory brake pads were wonderful on this, but they were like super noisy the whole life of them. They just squealed, and I don't care. I'm not hung up on that by no means. But these EBCs are nice. They're quiet. You can hear them making contact, but you know, once again, I don't care. It's a semi-metallic material that's rubbing up against an iron rotor. You know, it's going to make some noise. But these pads are significantly quieter. And I didn't realize how much quieter they were going to be. Like, significantly quieter. When your 17-year-old daughter picks up that your brakes are making a lot of noise, and I thought I was gentle on these brakes, and I am. But what I'm not gentle on is I like taking corners fast, and with this coast-to-coast seat always pressing down on that button, I didn't realize how much rear brake these things use in a stability situation when it thinks you're having too much fun. So even though I was easy on the brakes, with the stability system working how it works going through the anti-lock brakes, I wasn't as easy on them as I thought. That poor back rotor, like, there's hot spots in the rotor, and I don't bind down on the brakes on this thing, but you know, that stability light is on all the time when I'm riding. So if you get the coast-to-coast seat, just keep in mind, oh, look at that, horsey. You know, just keep in mind that that is going to be depressed, and if you're just out on a ride and you're not aggressive, you can't tell a difference. I mean, it rides like an F3, it handles like an F3. It's only when you start to get aggressive and really start pushing it, or you put a lot of bar angle in, that's when it really freaks out. Or if you lift a wheel, oh my goodness. So my black F3 will let you lift a wheel, and it will just gradually bring it back down. This thing freaks out. Like, it starts applying brakes to where when it makes contact, it actually barks the tire. And the first 2 or 3 times it did it, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what just happened to the Spyder? Because it's you know, I'm used to lifting a wheel. You can feel it kind of come up, but then it just comes back down and you move on. This thing freaks out. It cuts power and it just slams it back down. But if you think you're too up, you know, so I get it. I completely understand it. Look at that wind on those flags. It is stiff today. That sun's beating down and my face is getting warm. See, now we go this way. Beef. Real food for real people. But that being said, you know, even with that stability system, oh, look at this, squirrel. They got new pavement. It was getting bad. It was like bad. So that's real cool. So even with that stability system issue that I have on this, I kind of wish I knew beforehand. I may have changed different seats, maybe with a cannonball. I don't know. I still like this Spyder. You know,